Mahasamadhi. Mahasamadhi is the end of the game. The cycle is over. There is no question of rebirth. It is complete dissolution. You can say this person is truly no more. Samadhi and death. People often make an association between samadhi and death. They think samadhi means some death like situation. It is far from that. The word samadhi has been largely misunderstood. It is made up of the words sama and dhi. Sama means equanimity and dhi means buddhi or the intellect. If you reach an equanimous state of intellect, it is known as samadhi. The fundamental nature of the intellect is to discriminate. This discriminatory quality is very important for survival. You are able to discriminate between a person and a tree only because your intellect is functioning. If you want to break a stone, you have to discriminate between the stone and your finger. Otherwise, you will break your finger. Discrimination is an instrument that supports and executes the instinct of survival present in every cell of the body. If you transcend the intellect, you become equanimous. But this does not mean you lose the ability to discriminate. If you lose the ability to discriminatory intellect, you will become insane. In the samadhi state, your discriminatory intellect is perfectly in place, but at the same time, you have transcended it. You do not make a distinction, you are simply here, seeing life in its true working. The moment you drop or transcend the intellect, discrimination cannot exist. Everything becomes one whole, which is the reality. A state like this gives you an experience of the oneness of the existence, the unification. Everything that is. In this state, there is no time or space. Time and space are a creation of your mind. Once you transcend the mind as a limitation, time and space don't exist for you. What is here is there. What is now is then. There is no past or future for you. Everything is here in this moment. Samadhi is a state of equanimity where the intellect goes beyond its normal function of discrimination. This in turn loosens one from this physical body. A space between what is you and your body is created. That means the physical body is completely lost. There is no contact with the physical body. Samadhi means that the physical body is intact, but the contact with the physical body has become very minimal. For the sake of understanding, people have categorized samadhis into 8 different types or levels. Of these 8, they have been broadly categorized as Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa samadhis. Savikalpa samadhis are samadhis with attributes or qualities. They are very pleasant, blissful, and ecstatic. Nirvikalpa samadhis are without attributes or qualities. They are beyond pleasant and unpleasant. Those who go into Nirvikalpa samadhi states are always kept in protected states because their contact with the body becomes very minimal. The smallest disturbance, like a sound or a pinprick, can dislodge them from their body. These states are maintained for certain periods to establish a firm distinction between oneself and the body. It is a significant step in one's spiritual evolution, but still not the ultimate. As we mentioned earlier, sometimes yogis go into deep states of samadhis for certain periods because they want to evade certain situations within themselves, or they want more time to work out their karma. Let us say a yogi knows that his life situation is such that the next day he will have to leave his body, but still his karmic score is not settled. His karmic account is not complete, so he does not want to go. Instead, he goes into a samadhi state for say a week or 10 days. Now he gets a short extension to finish what he wants to finish. This is a way of turning the clock back. This is a way of deceiving the process of time. When someone makes himself neither the mind nor the body, he avoids the Kala Chakra or the wheel of time. So one deceives time and stays there and gets extra time for himself. Samadhis by themselves have no great significance in terms of self-realization or knowing the true nature of the self. Many of Gautama, the Buddha's disciples, went into very long samadhis. They did not come out for years, but Gautama himself never did so because he saw it as unnecessary. He practiced it and experienced all the 8 kinds of samadhis before his enlightenment and discarded them. He said, "This is not it. This is not going to take you any closer to self-realization. It is just moving into a higher level of experience, and you might get more caught up because it is more beautiful than the current reality. If your goal is set, if you have made self-realization the top priority in your life, then everything else which does not take you one step closer is meaningless."